It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers on Sunday Night Primetime. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He's inside the 40. A terrific run. He's got this one down inside the 30-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. A pickup of 44 yards.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Second and 1 now from the 21. Give up the middle with Swift. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Burton, the man on the move. Off play action. Here's Williams. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Roll, Ogunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Jones. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jones to throw. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Jones throwing on second down. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Leggett, touchdown, Panthers. The extra point is good. And the Panthers come right back to tie it at 7.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Nixon on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Williams now to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Throwing is Jones on third down. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
44 yards.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
19 Lions. Come 19. Come 19.
Jones to the air again. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there? You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Okay, ready? Chap 60. Chap 60. Hey. 70 line. 18 rebel. 18 rebel. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw is Jones. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Hubbard. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Down by Jaquan Brisker. 4 yards on the pickup.
It is second and 6.
At the Bears' 15-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and 4.
Jones. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Montez Sweat getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Williams to throw on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Bears first down.
At the 43-yard line.
A play fake. Now Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Williams. That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
In motion, it's Odunze. Throw it again. It's Williams. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Colston Loveland. Touchdown Bears. His 4th TD grab of the season on Santos for the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Bears are on top. It's 14-10. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Carolina. one now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and through. Panthers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Williams. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. Colston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. This is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a 1st down to keep the drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. And I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
Here's Nixon on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A throw downfield, caught by Burden. They get 18 on the pitching catch. 1st down, Chicago.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. They punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This fielded in the end zone. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Jones. That one taken in. Like he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
That's good.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
On 1st down, Jones. He'll let one go down the middle. And he will score. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game and 17 for the season. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Damari Mathis.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On play action, it's Jones. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Carolina.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the extra point.
The extra point, up and good. And the Panthers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. on second down. It's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. This has been bizarre. From second and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on third down, get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a fourth down decision deep in your own territory.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And a critical tackle there. We're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
Here we go.
Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Panthers will add one more onto their big lead.
45. Bears 14.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Bears first down.
13 yards. First down, Bears.
Now Williams. intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jones. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Rolling right. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll get about 4 to the 29. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Here's Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Burden. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They're on the mark. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
22-yard line.
Williams to the air once more. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Nick Scorton getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind.
Hey, and my man's got that his breakout shit.
To just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Hovering, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
My guy.
Santos' kick is...
Man, I still ain't all that you got on that team over there. A little linebacker ain't gonna do nothing.
But they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Bro. Oh, yeah.
Set. Hawks. Low. Take go.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you
18
kidding?
run. 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Mustang got Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
Their own 16-yard line.
Vegas. What is it on? Yeah.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. To the Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT.
He trying, bro.
He's got it. And the Panthers stretch things out even further. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 1. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Biggie Angels, Biggie Angels, Biggie Angels.
A play fake. Now Williams. That's caught left side by Ogunze. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know that...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
Go! They'll run it here with Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. Take go.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Go, 18. Ready? 7-15, right here. 60, Warriors, 17.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
That's to Gray, open on the left side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Shotgun now for Jones. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That is catch number 60 for the season. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now Hubbard, and he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Let's go.
It's a zone read given to Hubbard. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here's Jones to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Greg in the end end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. He ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one on target to Moore. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. Final throw here is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners. As we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.
have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once.
bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the